I need one. I could do it right there in the steeplechase pit.
How'd they pick you up?
Sam Krauser,
Oh, that's-
skipper.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That.
That'll do it.
Lots of muscle there.
At some point, you just decided might as well go ahead and give in to this.
Yeah, once he had me by the waist and I left my feet, what do? And then he had the supporting cast, I guess. So, final day of the NCAA championships. Oregon Ducks, both men and women, fought valiantly. Few bad breaks there on the women's side that we just couldn't recover from. But the Fighting Ducks fought to the very end. A highlight there was Brittany Mann there in the shot put with a lifetime best and scoring some points that was unexpected. Other bright spots there on the women was, I guess, I don't know if it's a bright spot or not for the 4x4 to finish third and run 3:29. Tried to do a little bit different there and running Christian Brennan there on first leg, and didn't quite turn out in our favor there. But good job by them to hang in there and at least get third. I guess if you flip that over on the men's side, you know, our goal was to try to get 23 points. You know, if we get 23 points, it's mathematically impossible for Florida to catch us. And you got to give your hats off to Mouse Holloway. They were absolutely perfect up until the last few events there. Actually, the hurdles and the 4x4. So they were perfect in the 2, they were perfect in the 4x1, and they were perfect in the triple jump. So if they would continue to be perfect, that was going to make this meet a 2 or 3 point meet if we couldn't get our 24 points. So we did our job. It started out with Sam with a huge win there. You know, in an amount of about an hour, you had 3 national champions: Krauser, Fleet, and Devin Allen. And those Devin Allen, he's freaking super competitive, and Krauser there on his last throw. You know, that's made for the flair for the dramatic. And then of course the golden boy Mac Fleet. He did an awesome job there, and just biding his time. You know, I always remind others when I talk is that Lowry Lalang, he's a super competitor. You know, we're glad to see him go. He's been a thorn in our side for 4 years now. So for Mac to nip him there at the line was awesome, and then Prekel being the freshman, one of the only freshmen in the field in that 1500 was good. Little mishap there on the women's side with Jocelyn with Sarah Penny, and we were going to protest the Florida Corey McGee that bumped her there, but thought better of it because I don't think it would have changed the outcome of the meet, so we did not do that. I'm probably still a little salty from a few days ago, but we didn't do it. But other than that, great freaking day for the Ducks. You know, it'd be shocked to see what's the highest place, second place team to ever finish in the NCAAs, because those were a lot of points out there scored. If you would have told me at the beginning of the year that 70 points would not have won the NCAA championships, I would have been like, you're crazy. You've been in Eugene too long and too close to Washington with that stuff. But it's crazy for us to score 88, and a phenomenal job by all our team.
Lowry was chomping at the air, which you mentioned was usually a bad sign. Were you confident Mac was going to get him?
Yeah, it's one of those things to where you guys heard it, and we thought when you have that hard 5 in your legs the night before, you know, it's just a little bit of pep that's not in your step there. But he still fought hard and gave a valiant effort all the way through the end.
Robert, what does this mean to you personally?
Oof. Probably take me a while to sit and think about that one. It's probably too new for it to be here, but I know Oregon is steeped in tradition. I know that there's a lot of Hall of Fame guys before me, and I try not to get too caught up into those type things because, you know, they have legends of their own. There's a statue out in front of our track of one of them, and you know, for us to be able to win a national championships, one of a few in 30-some years, I would probably say that's pretty special. Probably one of the highlights of my career to be able to do it here and follow so many things. I guess I try to balance that with I'm just one of the shepherds of the program. Sooner or later, my time will run out, and somebody else will come in and shepherd the program to hopefully continue the legacy that we have going here.
Were you not surprised by Devin's win?
Shocked by Devin's win. Yeah, that Alex Smith is a great guy. Eddie Lovett is another great guy there. And Wayne Davis. Wayne Davis is a North Carolina native, so I've been watching him for a long time. Those are three heralded guys, and for our gridiron guy to come out there and get it done like that is something special.
Going into that race, it's our understanding that you just needed to finish that race to win. So take us through your emotions, because that's not always a sure thing in the hurdles.
Yeah. Gun
and
goes,
then he wins it.
Yeah, gun goes off. I say to myself, as soon as the gun goes, just get through the hurdles. It doesn't matter, just get through the hurdles. That 1 point will be our 24th point, and it's mathematically, I don't care what they do after that. And then he passes me, I'm sitting at hurdle 6. He passes me, and he's probably in 3rd. And then I look up at the monitor because they have the angle there, and he's 2nd. And then he runs off the last hurdle better than most. And so couldn't be happier for not only him, but Coach Cook, who coaches him, who's done a fabulous job in his balancing act. You know, sometimes I don't think you guys realize how hard it is as a balancing act for him to be football and then come do track, because football demands a lot of his time and a lot of his energies. And Mark Helfrich has been great. You know, he excused Devin with some things in order for him to come out here and run, and he's just as big a part of this as I am.
From early on, Devin talked about how you had to go to training and just kept focused. Isn't that fairly unusual for a freshman to be so focused on?
Well, Coach Cook says all the time that Devin is probably one of the most mature freshmen he's ever been around. His dad is one of those guys that kind of instills that firm household mentality there when we went to visit him. And so he's just a good kid, comes from a good family.
Can you talk about Prandini in reference this weekend?
Yeah, huge for us. Absolutely huge for us. You know, we thought that she was going to have a great shot to win the 200 there, and just came up short there. And it's just, for us coaches always looking at perfection, it's just one of those things to where there at the end she kind of lost her posture, and the girl dipped on her at the finish line.
It's quite a group of...
17 All-Americans. What's kind of the mark she's left with her career?
You know, she's definitely left a huge legacy for us. She's been solid as a freshman. You heard me say the other day how she's been built for this. You know, she's just a phenomenal person, comes from a phenomenal family. Her mother, Karen, is a mama bear and really looks over her pretty protectively. And, you know, for them to send her all the way across the country to Oregon, we're blessed to have her. She's a phenomenal kid.
Talk about her leg today in the 4x4 too. I think it's 7th place up to 3rd, and
yeah, it's one of those things to where that's where we decided to put her there, because we knew that if anything went wrong early in the race, she can kind of clean up that. She's been doing that for a long time, so that was kind of the strategy going in.
It was a good start to the last missing piece for Jenna. She said yesterday her 100 was terrible. She admitted that today. She said felt better about it. That's the last missing piece for her.
Yeah, and it's one of the things that kind of has hampered us for a year or so. And sometimes she hits it, sometimes she doesn't. When she hits it, you see really special things, because she does the rest of the part well. So she'll probably run a couple more times after the collegiate season, and we'll see how it goes.
With the way some of your freshmen performed this week, do you look ahead and be excited about the future, or are you just excited about right now?
Probably right now. It's funny because we sat in the hotel room last night and kind of went over what it took to win the meet on both sides, and then maybe a little sneak peek into the future there. And I think we have a good nucleus in our teams. Like, we lose some people on the men, but we lose even more on the women. But as you guys know, we have a pretty heralded recruiting class there on the women's side. So it's just a matter of them coming in and learning the system and letting the kids that are here kind of help guide them through what it is like to be Oregon. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.